first anime, the Tomo girl, cheerful and mischievous Tomo Azawa, has behaved like a boy all her life. Yard boys were not against the company of a daring girl who can stand up for herself in any situation. Beauty from childhood has a best friend Junichiro Kubota, who lives in a neighboring house. As teenagers, the guys studied in different educational institutions, but now they go to high school together. The grown-up friends spend a lot of time together. Tomo's boyish behavior played a cruel joke on her, because the girl is in love with Junichiro, and the young man thinks she is a boy. Kubota's attitude towards her friend is like a brother with whom he can joke about girls and sometimes fight. Azawa can't contain her feelings, and so she looks for a way to make Junichiro fall in love with her, who has recently ignored his declaration of love, because he thought it was said to be about friendly feelings. School friends try to help Tomo in every possible way, but all attempts are unsuccessful. The second anime is Angel in the Neighborhood. Sloppy realist Amain Fujimiya is used to being a loner as well as a silent man. The young man's apartment is cluttered with garbage, and he doesn't worry much about it. At school, the guy has a single friend, Itsuki Akazawa, who tries in every possible way to make sense of the poor guy. The opposite of the schoolboy is a successful and pretty Mahiru Shiner. The girl is good in all disciplines, and therefore at school she is called an angel. On a rainy day, Amain was walking down the street, and he noticed a sad girl on a swing. He wanted to pass by, but decided to give the girl an umbrella so she wouldn't get wet. The next day Fujimiya was very sick, and so he went home. On his way home, the schoolboy was met by the very same lonely girl who was on the swing. Mahiru decided to give the umbrella and thank Amain, but accidentally noticed his cold. There was no way Sina could let the sick teenager go home by himself, and so she went with him. The girl decided not only to treat him, but also to clean his house. The acquaintance of these guys was fateful. The third anime is Infernal Paradise. The action of the animated series Infernal Paradise takes place in Japan. Famous warlord is eager to get not the riches of this world. He is interested only in power and of course immortality. Why do you need a huge amount of money if you cannot take them to heaven? Only eternal life can satisfy all his needs. Put before him the task to become a great man on this earth. While studying ancient manuscripts, he learns of an old and mysterious place that people call heaven. It is within this marvelous place that the formula for immortality is hidden, which can make a man into a god. The fourth anime is Great Wall of Heaven. The plot of the anime is an interesting interweaving of two parallel stories. One of them tells about the adventures of a guy Maou and his bodyguard Kiriko in a devastated world where people have to live in constant danger, surrounded by monsters and cannibals in search of a mysterious paradise. The second story is about a girl, Tokyo, who lives in that very paradise with caring robots, surrounded from the outside world by giant walls. Whether the main characters can reach paradise or not depends only on themselves. The fifth anime is Magic and Muscles. Mash Burndet is an outcast in a world where everything is subject to the power of magic. He doesn't possess even a modicum of magical abilities, but he is unusually developed physically. Nevertheless, Mash manages to stay afloat in the most prestigious magical academy. He is ready to endure any ridicule only to return home, where he can cook and eat custard cakes, listening to his father's interesting stories. If that requires smashing strong mages to pieces, then he will smash them. The sixth anime is called Insomnia After School. Love is evil, believe the teachers at Kyoto High School. It was this stupefying feeling that brought the young men to the observatory, on the roof of which one of the students had once died. The young men believed that the ghost of the beautiful girl was waving at them from the heavens, and spent whole nights without sleep looking out for the girl among the bright stars. Overwork drove the boys to death, and so the school decided to close the doors to this frightening place. As the years passed, the observatory was transformed and became a school warehouse. But the students, who have not forgotten the scary legend, avoid it, all except Nokomi, who stays awake at night and is always looking for a place to rest during the day. By chance, the boy wanders into an abandoned warehouse, which surprisingly turns out to be not so abandoned. The boy meets a girl. The seventh anime is called Dark Assembly. High school student Kitaro Jintoga, like a magnet, attracts yokai, spirits of the dead and various evil things. This peculiarity is dangerous both for him and for those around him. One of Kitaro's friends is seriously injured during an otherworldly contact. Because of this, Kitaro is severely depressed. He locked himself in his room, afraid to cause trouble for someone else. His strange behavior doesn't bother only his childhood friend Eiko Hazuki, who needs a tutor for her cousin Yoi Hazuki, who suffers from similar problems to Kitaro. Yoi has a fixed idea to find the ghost responsible for her mother's death, but she lacks the necessary skills to safely contact otherworldly forces. Kitaro agrees to help, so the two girls and the guy become regulars at all the haunted places mentioned in the scary urban legends. What will happen? Will Kitaro be able to return to a normal life in society? The eighth anime is called Maou. To one room you shall powerful heroes easily achieve their goals through hard training and the help of their companions. The hero named Max was no exception to the rules and freed the world from evil by defeating the demon lord and her army. Having finished the mission, Max abandoned training and began to live as an ordinary man. He did not deny himself a drink and delicious food, noticeably gained weight, lost most of the heroic skills. What was the surprise of the resurrected lord when instead of the handsome Max, she found in the littered apartment flabby man? The resurrection did not go according to plan. The demon lord shrank to the size of an ordinary man. The girl realized that now she can safely live with Max to return him to the path of a hero and take revenge in a fair fight. Max himself does not want to change and in every way resists the influence of an unwanted neighbor. Slowly the girl's care finds an echo in the heart of Max, who is tired of hopeless boredom. Will the demon lord get his revenge, or will Max's bad influence ruin all plans? The ninth anime is called Star Child. Red carpet, bright camera flashes, enthusiastic shouts of admirers. Surely everyone at least once in his life has dreamed of becoming famous, to become a famous musician, a sought-after actor, or a popular singer. But the path to becoming a star is thorny, and only a few people manage to realize their dreams. But what if the doors to show business were open from the very beginning? Aquamarine and Ruby Hoshino are the children of popular singer Ai Hoshino. They had no trouble launching their careers and getting into the entertainment industry because they were part of it from the beginning, even though the twins were born into the world of dreams and destined to become idols. Do they know that the main weapon in this field is a lie, and the bright light of the spotlight hides the dark sides of show business? To survive in this glittering world and to uncover the main secret of their mother, Aquamarine and Ruby will also have to put on masks and humbly play their roles. The latest anime is called My Happy Marriage. Pretty and kind Mio Samori is resentful of fate. She was left without a mother at an early age. Her stepmother and her half-sister Kao see Mio as a mere servant. One more thing is added to the endless list of trials. The stepmother intends to marry off her stepdaughter to a military man. But Kyoka Kudo has a complicated reputation. Raised by Pyami, the man is harsh and demanding of his life partner. He's already turned down several candidates for marriage. There's a good chance that Mio won't be a match. The girl is afraid and at the same time wants a change. She realizes that she is not welcome in her native home, and the chance to create a cozy corner for a quiet life does not often fall. Besides, the live interaction with Kudo turned out to be quite pleasant, and his life priorities close to Mio. In fact, Kudo is a kind and vulnerable man, and his stern gaze and harsh words are only necessary for self-defense. Mio begins to believe that there will be a piece of happiness in her complicated life. The unkind stepmother sees it too. Her quarrelsome nature resists her stepdaughter's happiness. Since her own daughter is also unattached, maybe it's time for Mio to seize her chance and put her insolent relatives in their place.